Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. My name is Denise. At this channel, we talk about dating and marriage from a hypergamous lens. Hypergamy is the cultural tradition of dating and marrying a man of a higher social and or economic level. Basically, a man who has more than you. And you determine that for yourself. And then at a very minimum, this man makes and has what you have. Definitely not less than you have, but definitely at a minimum at the same level. Because as women who are 50 plus, we've been working for 30 years, we have retirement accounts, or we should, and we have at a minimum one car and a home that we live in and that we are buying. Or it may be paid off if you're one of those fortunate ones who has paid off her home. Wonderful and good for you. Today, I would like to talk about this idea that came to me, I don't know, I think it was, in December. I wrote it in my journal, Never Let Your Fear Decide Your Fate. And I journal every day. So when I read this is an affirmation. Never let your fear decide your fate. So I was thinking about this idea of masculine energy, male identified versus masculine energy, female identified. So that's the title of this video. Male energy, male identified versus, I said it wrong. I'm going to say it once again. Masculine energy, male identified versus masculine energy, female identified. And this came to me based upon me just looking at or reviewing my life. I was raised to be a masculine energy young woman, and maybe even a little girl. But let's just say young woman, because I went to college, I graduated, and I started what I thought would be my career. And I never really had a career, to be honest. I just worked administrative jobs. So they are jobs, but I was one who could live on less than I make and invest in real estate, investment property or rental property. So I was that kind of woman. So when I was looking at the 30 years before I became introduced or came across hypergamy through Shira 7-1, Michaela Pink, The Pink Pill, Crystal and Carrison, and now Chloe _ Mina Irfan of the Universe Guru, and so many other YouTubers. But those are the main ones that introduced me to hypergamy, especially Shira 7-1, Michaela Pink, and The Pink Pill. So I was reviewing my life, and I'm 61, about to be 62 in a couple of months. And I'm thinking, what was I doing for the last 35, 40 years? I was being a masculine woman, female identified. And what I mean by that is, my mom raised me to take care of myself. And she always said, always, since I can remember, like maybe by the age of 10, she started saying it, or I remember her saying it. Go to school, get an education, so you won't have to depend on a man to take care of you. She said it just like that for many, many years. So when I graduated college, of course, that's what I started to do. I don't need any man. I want a husband, but I didn't really know how to go about getting one. I was I wouldn't say I was argumentative, but I was insecure. So, and maybe argumentative. I don't know. I would have to ask my old boyfriends, and then I don't keep in touch with them, so I couldn't even tell you. So I would just say maybe I was argumentative. So all the things, negative things that they associate with Black women, I was it. except the rolling of the head and the cussing and, you know, all of that, and keying cars and flattening tires. I never did that because I consider those things to be beneath me, even though maybe I was cheated on and stuff like that. I was just like, okay, cry, get over it, and move on. And I always was one who took responsibility for my behavior, my actions, my decisions in my early 20s, so that I guess that behavior of keying cars and being angry and cussing and, you know, fighting other women about men, I just didn't do, because it was like, well, what's your part? Okay. But I did recently say, okay, so I was masculine energy, female identified, which means to me that, yes, I grew up, you know, being masculine and taking care of myself and being told I didn't need a man to provide for myself, masculine energy. And so I repelled masculine men and I attracted feminine energy men, dusties as they call them today. But I only really had one dusty that I could say that I was in a relationship with. And I think I said this before in another video. I was in my late 20s, and then I got rid of his butt in a matter of months. And so I've always dated men who had what I had at a minimum or above, but not far above, but above. So at the minimum and above. So actually two, one in my 30s. So two. So that's pretty good considering how I was raised, which is to be independent. So maybe that's why I didn't attract, you know, like the bottom of the barrel dusties. And some people would consider them bottom of the barrel. Anyway, I digress. But I discovered that I was a masculine energy, female identified woman. So what that means to me is that even though I was masculine and providing for myself, I also was female identified. So I was for female empowerment. And I would look to side with the female first before siding with the man. And then, you know, kind of dig down deep to see what position was and what the circumstances were. But I would be female identified first. So what that means is that I'm a good girlfriend. How it plays out in my life is I'm a good girlfriend. I'm a loyal girlfriend. I don't tell my girlfriend's business to my man, whoever I'm dating at the time, because I know that when he gets mad, it will be something he holds in the back of his mind about my girlfriend, and we just having a spat, and we've been friends 50 years. I have my best friend, we've been friends since I'm 17, and we are both 62. So we have a long friendship. So I'm just upset at the time. So I know not to tell my man about my girlfriend. So I'm loyal. I will tell the truth. Someone asked me, I can't remember who, that if I saw my best friend's man with another woman, would I tell her? Without hesitation, I would say yes. And I would say, you know, I saw whomever with this particular woman and they were holding hands and they looked like they had something going on. And then my friend said, well, she would probably be mad with you. I said, I don't care if she's mad at me, because the truth will prevail. The truth will prevail. It may take years. It may take months or days. But I'm going to tell my best friend, because she will never say, you knew and you didn't tell me. That's pretty painful for a person to have to deal with. So I'm loyal. I'm female identified. I'm a good friend. My close friends can say I'm a good friend. I will listen to you all hours of the day and night until I get tired, and then I'll say, I'm tired now, I have to go, or I'm tired of hearing the same story. I'll let you know. I am female identified. So when I came to hypergamy in 2019, I had to let that masculine energy go of that equation and deal with the feminine energy, female identified part of me. And it's so much easier and softer in my life and in my day-to-day living and routine. So I encourage you to figure out if you are masculine energy, male identified. I am not. So I didn't talk about male identification. Masculine energy, male identified. So you can take what I said for female identified and apply it to men. So when you have a situation between a man and a woman, you immediately jump to the conclusion that the man is right. You immediately think that, you know, the brother or the man is being wronged. You immediately think that, you know, it's okay for the man to do whatever it is that he's doing. And we all know that in America, and maybe even in many parts of the world, it's a patriarchal system. The men, you know, created the civilizations, and maybe not all over the world. There were women who created civilizations, but they are no longer in existence, and it's about men. So you determine whether you are masculine energy, female identified, or masculine energy, male identified, and decide if that's working for you in your life. And if it is, then there's nothing to change. You can just expand it and be a better version of that. But if you were like me, masculine energy, female identified, I had to drop the masculine energy side and become female energy, female identified. And now it's all about me and what I like and what I want in my life and making room for that. Hopefully this video will give you something to think about, and in the comments, let me know what you think. I will see you in the next video. Bye.